My Bible said that if you shout at the devil, he will flee from you. Imagine if all this opposition were to come together and then, in fact, conduct a mass protest against this infiltration.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, nationwide, all the obedient, everybody support. As long as they're in opposition, come out, protest, go to National Assembly. I mean, log out that place. The whole world, the CNN will carry it. Please, are you telling me that this will not have any effect? Tell me, they will jail everybody. Or I don't understand. Police will shoot everybody. You are protesting against injustice, against infiltration, against suppression. It is your right. Why? I have never had any major protest from the opposition with all that they are suffering under APC. They are not protested. Meanwhile, when there was nothing going on, they protested at Ojota, and Tinubu was the arrowhead. Tinubu was the arrowhead. Now, under his word, look at what democracy has suffered. Then tomorrow somebody will come and tell me he fought for democracy. Fought for what? All the lies now is being exposed. Abi? All the lies they told us about him, has it not been exposed? No, tell me. Is there another thing they are going to tell us? Even some people that supported it, they are all ashamed now. Very, very ashamed. I'm not joking. Do you see them talk? They can't talk. They can't talk. They never believe that this is the true Tinubu. But when we are saying it here, they doubted us. How can a man who fought for be behaving like this? So surreptitiously now, we are running a one-party state. If you, whether you like it or not, we are running a one-party state.
It's not even one party. It's worse than one-party state.
So don't deceive yourself.
If the constitution is being
if it's
disobeyed, the way it is being disobeyed. Look at the Aburi case, and then they kept quiet, and everything was looked at. Well, it's not. It was your constitution.
It's the
and then later towards the end, when everything was quiet, they came out and
brazenness and impunity.
Exactly.
That's what is
worrying. The man doesn't care.
It's
don't
they look at like.
No constitution in Nigeria. He's not obeying you.
What negotiation?
We've heard about the $2.1 million mansion, but about 3.1 billion naira. Not a word from the administration.
They will not talk. They will not.
Nobody has called to question. No committee been set out to investigate. Where did he get the money from?
For him that he built Abuja. They keep talking that he's a man of infrastructure.
No, he built Lagos.
No, I'm not talking about who said that.
So it's the brazenness, it's impunity. Like what's going on in the NNPC? They are going after Haske. Haske was in their and they did a lot of questioning, and they're telling us the man escaped with another passport. You seized his passport while you were still investigating. Meanwhile, you remember that initially we heard that EFCC had arrested, or rather locked up or kept in custody Ojulari, the NNPC boss, along with Atiku's son-in-law. Later, they told us that all of that is politically motivated. Ojulari has resumed work. Now the EFCC is considering Haske a wanted man, to the extent that Interpol is saying they will not get themselves involved, that the whole thing is politically motivated. What is going on?
Of course. What do you expect? Esther, what do you expect? Especially this NNPC. At least Tinubu is the Minister of Petroleum. Is he not supposed to make sure that such scandal does not come out from his ministry?
Oh, wow.
Hey, hold on. Is it not at least make sure? Remember when they deceived the whole Nigeria that NNPC, the Port Harcourt refinery is working? They took Obasanjo there to go and inspection. I don't know when Obasanjo become a petroleum engineer. To just deceive the old man. He went there. And I was saying, this when this has entered into this particular juncture now, it is a deceit, because if it is working, you don't need to take anybody for inspection. You will see trucks lining up to lift up fuel.
Let's quickly take some reactions. Ladies and gentlemen, I will do this.
Oh man. See, this video is going to make your day. Take your time, listen to this video to the end. Do you understand? Mr. Barrington, the Barrister Darlington, listen to everything he said. He has analyzed on this video. You know, we have a lot of problems in this country, right? We have a lot of problems, a lot of issues is befalling us in this country. We don't even know where we are going. If we are progressing, I can't even say we are not progressing. So this is, if we are not progressing, we are retrogressing. So the problem is just too much that somebody cannot even understand what is going on. Now, what we see is APC planning for the next election. They neglect the purpose of governance. They are not doing that again. Now, for them, everything is okay. They don't need to work again. Rather, they are all working hard to make sure that they win the next election. Meanwhile, it shouldn't be. At this time, current president is the one doing this, what opposition should have done. Do you understand? So a lot of things Dr. Barrister said of this video that I want you to listen to. You know, Dr. Barrister, Barrister Darlington. Do you understand? So please watch this video to the end, and please do me a favor. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you don't miss updates like this from me. Do you understand? So yeah, let's go and watch the video to the end.
That's what they're being isolated from the reality of what is on ground, or their aides are not going to the markets or feeling the pulse of Nigerians, listening to their complaints on a daily basis.
With the avalanche of special assistance that Tinubu has, I expect him to know firsthand what is going on with his administration.
Okay.
There should be no speculation or guesswork here. He should know because that is why, or that was why he appointed those people. So if he now come and tell me that he didn't know, like Buhari, remember Buhari? When at the end of the day he was telling us that he was not aware, he didn't know everything that happened under his watch. He said he didn't know. We don't want another excuse like that. Tinubu is well aware of what is going on. It's just that he doesn't know what to do. It's as simple as that. He does not know what to do. What Tinubu is interested in is in winning 2027 election, and that is why governors have been taken to the back burner. I don't think he's interested in working on this economy. I don't think so. But when it comes to how he win election, he's very good at that. He knows how to plot the graph, how to position things and all that. And that coming to tell us now that the economy, he just want to divert your attention, and that's a fact. Because for somebody who claimed to have prepared for this office for over 30 years, he should know everything that's going on under his watch. He should know. Take for example, any APC where is the Minister of Petroleum, has he ever come out to tell you what's going on there? With all the humongous corruption that is going on there, has he ever come out to admit that yes, something is wrong here? Rather, he told you he will not probe anybody. So with all these things, I don't need anybody to come and tell me that Tinubu is not aware, or nobody telling him what is going on when he's well aware. It's just that he doesn't know what to do. Because of political correctness, he doesn't want to offend his appointees. He doesn't want to offend them. That's why they're having a feed day. Look at FCT Minister Wike. With what is coming out from there. Look at how Tinubu and Bayo Onanuga and all these, all the A's. Look at how they don't keep quiet. Look at how they kept quiet. Are you telling me that Tinubu is not aware of these things that are coming out from Wike? These are issues. So he's not ready to work on this economy. Everything he's telling us now is just to divert attention and to say, yes, after all, the president told you that things are picking up. What he told you, is that what is on ground? They will tell all the lies to make themselves look good, present a good image. But it's left for you, Nigeria, to know or to ask yourself, this thing they are telling us, is it true? You don't even need to go to the market. When they say market forces will tell you what is wrong with the economy. You don't need to manufacture lies there. The market, the way things are happening in the market will tell you whether this economy is working or not. And so, when the president comes to tell you a different thing, you now know that the man is telling you lies. He just wants you to look good. That's all. So any other thing that he's telling me now, I will never listen until Tinubu and APC took us back to where they met us in 2015. When we bought a bag of rice at 8,000 naira. Some people are saying it cannot happen again. Why can't it happen again?
The problem a lot of Nigerians are having is that the money is not circulated. It's isolated, or it's kept like amongst themselves.
Yes.
There are talks that some of the borrowings that are being done is basically to finance the 2027 general election. Is that possible? You still have about almost 16 months to go before 2027, right?
Yes.
18 months. And there's a lot to do there in terms of governance and administration. Would you all just be strategizing and planning ahead of 2027? You have on several occasions displayed the fact that you are confident that no other political party can upstage you. You're confident in your preparedness, you're confident in the loyalists that you have for 2027. So why not focus on the core mandate, which is delivery to the people?
If you check, APC know that they have failed as a ruling party. They know, they are aware. That's why they are preparing ahead of time to tidy up all the loose ends, to make sure that there's no mistake, because they already know that if truth be told, they didn't win that election in 2023. They know from what is coming out now from their own camp, their APC members. So they don't want any mistake or any leakage. Okay. So they have started early to patch up all those places that will give them a bad result. Okay. That's why they started very early, and everything is being taken care of. Esther, you don't know how much these people are preparing for this election. I am not joking. You don't know how they are preparing seriously. That's why they started the campaign early enough. They are preparing seriously. So is it not somebody who has failed that will do this kind of fire brigade approach, panic measure? Whenever the opposition cough, they will panic. Whenever the opposition want to hold a meeting, they will panic. If you are confident of yourself and what you are, you don't even need to bother yourself. Your work will speak for you at the end of the day. But not APC, not APC.
We're going to go.
They are literally buying Nigeria to come into their fold. I mean, buying Nigeria, buying them with money.
Let's look at this, for example. Former President Bola Tinubu has been mobbed all this while. There are revisitation of the northern obstruction for Jonathan to declare his intention to campaign. In 2023, the same thing happened. And there is a breakdown of this certain set of persons who are actually pushing on Jonathan to come out again. There are talks, the reason why they're calling on Jonathan is that they realized very late that Jonathan's administration favored them. A couple of Nigerians still believe that the administration of Bola Tinubu was enough. But obviously they are still not satisfied because Jonathan literally allowed them to occupy very sensitive positions way back then in 2012, 2013, thereabouts. So here is the thing. Apparently, this set of persons provided about 100 million naira for Jonathan to run in 2023. But Jonathan did not run. I want to read this so that you understand where I'm coming from. So apparently, on the 6th of May 2010, Jonathan was sworn in as the 14th head of state and 4th executive president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So back then in 2015, there was a heated debate about an individual being sworn in thrice as the president of Nigeria, as some groups opposed Jonathan's emergence for this reason. Then this northern youth called on Jonathan to bury his second-term ambition. They declared that no Nigerian president can be sworn in thrice, meaning that the first time while he was vice, the second time while he re-campaigned again, and that he cannot go for another time. That it's not in the constitution.
The opposition should wake up, because I don't know how long they will run. If they continue to run and shop for parties to actualize their dream, how long?
Okay, sorry, Barrister Darlington.
Yes.
I think I have to go back again. Apparently, my mic wasn't turned on. They couldn't hear me.
I heard you.
No, you heard me because you're in this.
Like I said, the coalition, the opposition should wake up. Because I don't know how long they'll continue to run and shop for party and platform.
Okay.
They needed to wake up, and I mean now. In fact, they should have woken up like yesterday.
Okay.
Because if they continue to shop for party and platform, at what point are they going to settle down and begin to consolidate? At what point? Esther, I was thinking that by now, the opposition should have been doing what APC did before 2015 when they took over from PDP.
And what did the APC do?
They are not protesting, they are not punching hard.
Punching hard how?
Hold on, I'm coming. Some of the infractions that the APC are committed in office is a serious campaign issue. Are you getting what I'm saying? Like the misgovernance, the suppression of opposition, the destruction of democracy. These are things that the opposition should have been lashing upon. You write to the UN, write to UK, write to US, telling them how Tinubu and APC are destroying democracy in Nigeria.
A Canadian court has declared the PDP and
APC
a terrorist political party.
Look at after that declaration by that court, the thing just went like that. The opposition, I expected them to make a political capital out of such declaration by a Canadian court. By doing what? Issue a press conference, press release, because the court detailed what went on or what is going on during the elections in Nigeria and what APC have been doing so far. These are issues, these are campaign issues. You take advantage of every flaw from your enemy, your political enemy. But here, the opposition are not. I don't see them issuing any press release, unlike what Lai Mohammed was doing. Esther, during that time, I said even if Jonathan went to the convenience in Aso Rock and he didn't come out in time, Lai Mohammed will go to the press and say, this man is saying too long there. Maybe he's planning how to disrupt this election. Obama, please send your Secretary of State, John Kerry, to come and ask him, why is he staying too long in that place? To, buy into what APC was doing, propaganda. They bought it, but in this case, we are not even talking of propaganda. These are facts before us. What APC have done in office is a fact that the opposition are not using. They are not using it at all, because PDP didn't do half of what APC have done in office. When APC was lambasting them, criticizing them, went to Ojota to go and protest about removal of subsidy. But here they remove subsidy and we are not seeing the effect. Yet the opposition are not talking about it. The opposition should be asking APC and Tinubu, where is the subsidy removed? Where is the money? These are things that I expected them to do.
I'll be coming to subsidy. I'll be coming to buy your jewelry. I'll be coming to Haske Atiku's son-in-law. That one is even something that is quite funny.
I am telling you. So the opposition, they are not doing enough. You know, I said it here the other time.
Yes.
Even people that are speaking for it, they are not talking.
They are trying.
How could they be talking of Obi's son when Obi have nothing to do with his son? The son is a grown-up man.
Barrister.
When they go and dig up all those rubbish, you to go after their own principal now.
Hold on.
Obi and
you're jumping the gun.
Obi and
Barrister, you're jumping the gun.
In fact,
let's wait. Let's finish one. Look, let's finish this one.
what I'm telling you that what the opposition is not doing right. I told you the other time.
Just hold on,
I told you the other time. They don't have spokesperson.
It is rumored that Jonathan is readying himself to run on the platform of the PDP, with stories in some sections that he had already accepted, but he has not said anything. I think he's trying to feel the pulse of Nigerians before he eventually decides what he wants to do. Now, here is the thing. In accordance with the gentleman's agreement between the North and the South, Jonathan's presidency would favor the North. Now, apparently, as Jonathan's potential candidacy for the 2027 presidential election remains uncertain, with no official announcement or confirmation from him or the PDP regarding his intentions, some Nigerians and political observers have recently shared divergent views about him. Barrister, recently, Wike said that he will only support anyone. We know their convention, convention is supposed to come up very soon.
November.
It is then that a lot of things within the party will be addressed. Then, obviously, how the zoning formula for the presidency in 2027. Now, Wike is saying that he will only support anyone that emerges that will support President Bola Tinubu.
How can that be?
Well, that's what he's saying.
Look at the talk.
That's what he's saying. That's basically what it will take. My question to you, Barrister, is why has Jonathan not come out to distance himself from this narrative out here? Is he literally considering it? You recall that the first time it came out, we heard the wife, and we even heard him tell us that he's not coming. You know, he's fine. He's settling down. Like his head is okay where it is. But now those calls are pressing on, and they're pressing on vehemently by the same extraction that worked against Jonathan in ensuring that he does not win the 2015 elections. Another thing to look at here is this, Barrister. The North has been complaining that this administration is not favoring them. But Barrister, if you compare in terms of appointments and nomination between late Muhammadu Buhari, that is in terms of appointment with the Southwest, and President Bola Tinubu in terms of appointments towards the North, wouldn't you say that in this administration there is more northern appointments than when Muhammadu Buhari was in power? So if the president has done all he can to placate the North compared to other regions that's literally they don't even nobody sent them, why are they still complaining about this administration beyond the reason that there is an apathy towards the plight of Nigerians?
The only business they not have in Nigeria is what? Leadership. Give them power. You can take every other thing. That is why whenever they are out of power, it looks like heaven has fallen upon them. They doesn't want to, that is, be out of power for 1 minute in Nigeria. That is the only thing in fact, that's the only thing they came to do in Nigeria. How to grab power. How to be in power. They are not even talking of the parties that have not tasted it too, and yet we don't bother.
But we've not heard we've not heard the supporters of this administration come on them as they come on others.
Because Esther, oh God, you know, like I told you, whenever you allow an evil conduct to continue or fester for too long, before you know it becomes a tradition and culture. Since 1957, we have always seen the North as being the superior being, you know, upper hand and all that. It was Awolowo Zik who made the mistake of not leaving them when they said they don't want independence, and we have to wait for them until 1960. So they now believe that they are indispensable. Esther, they not because of that particular mistake. This is why I told you that I will not do things the way others are doing it. I'm not joking. We made that mistake. They now felt that they are indispensable, that we need them. Whatever they do, we must accept it. Now ask yourself, what exactly is the North contributing to Nigeria? No, tell me. What are they contributing except this terrorists that are spreading all over the place? So that thing has made them to believe that they are a superior region, that whatever they want, they will get it. And you have bought it because you don't even have the willpower to challenge them. You can see it. It's not as if that they have. It's just that when they blow us like this, all of us will go and hide under our bed. Because the leadership here, I can see that they don't even have what it takes to confront the North and ask them, why are you doing all this? Like this is terrorism issue. Esther, can you imagine people from the South causing this terrorism all over the place? Can you imagine what they will say? But nobody here is talking. Have you seen what I told you here, that we have local champion here who claim to be a god? When you're supposed to talk, you are not talking. I said, if I am in this particular race or politics, before God, it will be a campaign issue. The North, why did you go and brought terrorists into Nigeria and you still want to lead the same country? Why? Can they answer that question? Mention one politician from the South who asked that question. When they told Obi that he was importing alcohol, I said, Obi, ask them, why are they importing terrorism? Terrorism and alcohol, which one is worse? Your alcohol, how many people has he killed? But terrorists are wiping out the entire village. And they are coming from the North, yet they are not talking. Nobody is asking the question. Esther, even these people that are killing themselves over here, every time the Yorubas are attacking the Igbos, you know, the Igbos are attacking Yoruba. Meanwhile, their real enemy is these people from the North who are taking over their land, and they cannot allow them to go to farm. Are they not supposed to be talking about it? Since these are the common enemy they have. Can you just imagine? Is that not what they're supposed to be addressing by now? Look at how long these people have kept us busy here. Terrorists from the north.
President, I'll come to you.
So if they don't want to address it, why are they talking about politics? Look at the north. I don't forget about this terrorism and they want to grab power. How can you lead the people that you want to destroy? How?
No, most of the complaints has been that there is malnutrition, there's poverty, and that there is insecurity. A lot of their communities are displaced. A particular House of Rep member broke down in tears that more than 50 persons in his constituency were killed. More than 50 communities within his constituency have been ravaged by insecurity.
Who caused it? Who drew the first blood? They said, look, they came out they are even proud of it. Esther, they were Kawu Baraje. He came out openly and was jubilating how they brought terrorists into Nigeria. I said, what? I told you here, I said this several times. Elder statesmen, led by Padebanjo, they sued Buhari to court 50 billion. They sued him to court for being the head of terrorism in Nigeria, for causing terrorism in Nigeria. A sitting president of Nigeria. Yet nobody, the same man, when he died, everybody was worshiping at his grave. What kind of country is this, Esther? We let the leprosy that is worried and we are treating rashes. The same people, they do it with so much impunity, with so much arrogance. Look at the Catholic faith in the north. They say that close 20 stations. Not that they attack, or not that they attack them, that the Fulani herdsmen are living inside the church, Esther, living inside the church. So what grass are they looking for inside the church? What grass? Please, because they will tell us they are grazing. What grass are they looking for inside the church? Yet these things are not campaign issue anywhere, Esther. They are not campaign issue. Look at how Boratai and all the people are talking. Christopher Musa telling us this and that. Esther, the terrorist list they gave them, what happened to it?
I don't know.
The man is telling us is the court. The people you arrested in the southeast, and you are killing them for nothing. Remember what Amnesty International said about killings in the southeast? Innocent people, innocent people. So why are they not shooting the people aside?
Like they're doing that.
To tell you that there is a lot of deceit. Esther, look, I wish I am in this politics. They would have heard from me. What kind of rubbish is that? Why are they not shooting those people aside? Rather, they will be going and be discussing with them. Esther, talking with them, having dinner with them, pampering them. After talking with terrorists, you come out and be complaining. This thing is too much. I said, what? Do you know that after the credit went to go and visit Tetoji Bello? 2 days after, this same Musa and his people, this same defense minister, he came to tell her that they are looking for Tetoji Bello.
Yes,
I was pissed off.
He was on this platform.
I was pissed off.
He told us that he's not within their custody.
Who are you looking for?
Yet.
So these are issues that I expected this politician to be talking about. Tinubu will now manage and then become president for 2 times or even 3 times or 4 times and then leave office. Meanwhile, terrorism will be there. He will come and be claiming that he has become Nigerian president. Meanwhile, he has not done anything.
There's no person that can go for 3 terms or 4 terms.
No, he will do it though.
He won't do it.
He said what?
He won't do it.
Has he not done one since?
He will not do it.
Esther,
he won't do that.
If they change the constitution, you will be here. Is it not this national assembly?
They can't allow that.
So what will happen if they do it?
Tinubu won't do that now. He won't stretch it that far.
These other people that have been saying for how many years in office, like Dapo Dia and Museveni, how did they do it? I don't know other democracy.
If Tinubu fought for democracy, he would not let chaos bedevil us in this nation by stretching
these
that.
These other places where it has been going on, was that chaos there? Already now, there is no opposition. I hope you know. We only have one party now in Nigeria, APC.
We're coming to that. Mr. Lawal, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Good evening.
I sincerely do.
137 of our constitution made it clear. It's just that when they want to carry out their impunity, like they did the River State, about the 27 lawmakers that defected, they will not do what? They will have the case, just to have their way. Meanwhile, this thing is destroying our politics and our democracy and even our constitution. If you don't want to practice the constitution that you swore to, then let us jettison it and let us have a lawless state. Now, since that's what you want, because the constitution is very clear on this matter, but APC will never adhere to it. They want to draft Jonathan without thinking of what section 137 said, which was even why he did not contest the last time, because they pointed at that particular section of the constitution. Now, the other section of the constitution, has it been removed? That they are not going for him again? Is it not to cause confusion? So if eventually he wins, what happens? Somebody will not go to court, and the Supreme Court will not shut it down. By that time, where will Jonathan be?
The person that the third person will now be the person.
You can just imagine what already they are not thinking ahead. You can imagine they are not, because I know it will happen. Somebody must go to court if such a thing happens.
Mr. Darlington,
yes?
Let me read out Section 137. I had to check it out. Section 137 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria deals with the disqualifications for elections to the office of the president. It lists several grounds upon which a person is ineligible to be elected president, including if they had already held the office of president for more than 2 terms or are otherwise legally disqualified. Has Jonathan held the office for more than 2 terms? He completed the administration.
That is not the Constitution didn't say completed. It said, listen, the moment you swear somebody in, you swear as a president, even if it's going to use one day, it's already sworn in that okay, so sworn to obey and be president. That means that person is automatically is running a term at that moment.
How come then a federal high court in Yanogwa in a judgment declared Jonathan presidential election?
We have so many conflicting high court districts in Nigeria.
Equally, we had the case of 27 lawmakers in Rivers State. Up to today, have you heard of that case? Have you heard of it again? That means Section 109 of our Constitution is now what? Rubbish. It has been rubbish.
That's why so many decamping in this federal now.
If Jonathan goes in again, if you consider the four years he was in office, plus the 3 years, he finished that of the 2 years of Yaradua. If you add, how many years? Is it not 6? If you now swear him again, or he wins again and you swear him in, that would be how many years?
10
years. Tell me whether anybody will support that. That number of years has already messed up.
So you're telling me that if Jonathan decides to contest,
he will not. But
if he does decide that there is a legal ground through which
he's already waiting for him now.
So they're waiting for him. But why did he dispute that in 2023? Is it because he did not eventually campaign?
He did not. Now he did not. He wouldn't even make that mistake because of the legal implication. It's like you are going to rubbish your name. Somebody must go to court.
So why has he not spoken? Why has he not said, put my name out of this? If people are meeting you, keep me off it. The first thing we heard was inside sources asking Peter Obi to work with him, that you offer him a ministerial appointment as Minister of the Economy. If he works, sometimes
I go along with you. Listen, I go along with you.
Okay,
you get it? That he should come out and tell the world his position.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to play the person sitting on the fence. Let me see where it will go. Whether it will go the way favor me or maybe so he's not saying anything towards the time in which it is eventually closed. That is what I believe he's doing. But now he's supposed to come and say, please don't disturb me. I'm already through with this thing. Let me focus on some other things. And then that place would have been shut down.
All right.
You see, totally.
Okay. You don't even know who is teleguiding this situation. Maybe APC may be using this to stall the coalition. Yes, to delay them so that at the 11th hour they will be in disarray. They'll be running from pillar to post. They won't really have time to consolidate. But these are game plan. These are political strategies.
No, but Jonathan is not coming in the coalition. He is supposed to be part of the
He's in the opposition. He's in the opposition. That's PDP. Where is PDP now? Where is PDP that we have already told you that if you are coming, you must support Tinubu? Imagine that kind of statement. A person that is contesting presidential election in one party must now support your principal before you now come. So if the person supports your principal, or what is the need of that person contesting the election? Can you just imagine wisdom? Even a child, they cannot talk like this. That you must support my principal, the Tinubu, before now there will be peace in our party. Is it not better they don't run at all? Than for me to say I'm contesting, but I'm supporting you. That means when you accept the ticket of PDP, at the last minute you withdraw for Tinubu. At that point, what will you do, Esther? Can't you see wisdom?
Mr. Labayokunda,
look at wisdom.
The interesting thing here is the reason why a lot of people now, why can't that thing transmit beyond when you meet him personally in the economy, in fighting insecurity, in stabilizing the nation? Why can't it transmit? That's the big question.
It is that thing that is deceiving him. It is that particular thing you mentioned. I don't know what it is. It is that thing that, in fact, African leaders are very good at such rubbish, thinking that it will help them. Meanwhile, it is that thing that is misleading them. Because if you go and contract whatever to leave, what makes you think that thing will give you a good advice or a good vision? Yes, sir. Have you ever seen where something like that produce good results? It's like saying that you worship Satan and because of that you are making progress. Please, can Satan give you progress? Answer me. Whatever Satan is giving you, just wait.
Are you saying that Satan beguiles you?
Of course, that is his job. He cannot play God now. Satan cannot be God. They are parallel lines. So when you are going to him, like he told us in this church of Satan, where the chief priest is Antelave, he said that his church is populated by who is who, and he give them power. So whenever they seek power, whatever, they will go to him and he will give it to you. All you need to do, fulfill his conditions. Esther, fulfill his conditions, and he will give you power. Didn't you hear when he tempted the Jesus Christ? He took him to a hammer and said, just worship me and I will give you the whole of this kingdom. Is that not what he told him? Do you think that the same method is not being used today? When they will tell you, worship at my feet and I'll give you what you want. You think they're not doing it? Okay. We all know, but nobody can say it. They're going to court and say that witches and wizards. The court
when you have no evidence.
So the court will say, bring the witches and wizards, bring him.
Let
you said witches and wizards are disturbing, bring him. So that in fact, where will you serve him the court summons? This is the issue, but it happens. But what we are saying that it has destroyed and deceived many. Idi Amin was worshiping. In fact, he was I don't know what to call him. Idi Amin in Uganda. He was into serious witchcraft as a leader. The man in the Central African Republic, Emperor Bokassa, people used to call him the butcher of Bangu. Butcher. Mobutu Sese Seko. Go and check out all these leaders. They were all heavily into these things. What happened at the end of the day, Esther? What happened?
I don't want to believe that the president is into any of those things, but I'm just saying that he has an aura that makes you question the impression you may have had, or question the certain things that you're experiencing.
Which is the deceit we are talking about. Because when you are before, you can't talk now. You can't talk now, Esther. You are before, you can't talk. In fact, he will ask you to shut up. You dare not question. You just listen to what he's telling you, and you take it. Remember when Fubara went to sign agreement?
Yeah.
He just accepted what they told him to do, and they came back to River State. By that time, his eyes cleared. I started choosing.
But if I may come in, there are two things.
Go ahead.
There are two things.
Go ahead, sir.
If you look at a beautiful wife, and somebody will tell you that don't look beyond that beauty. Look into her behavior, her character, her upbringing, how she will be able to manage your house for you, and things like that. You know, those are the two things. So if you look at the face, the beauty and everything, that is on one side. You look at how the person can manage. How the person can manage the home is another thing entirely. You know, they say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So behold somebody and you begin to imagine the beauty. It's in your mind. And then somebody, a wise person will tell you that you look beyond that into the administrative aspect of that person when the person gets into your house. So that is that with politics too. There are two sides of the politics, as I've said earlier on. A politics is made of two parts: the political aspect and the administrative aspect. A politician knows the game, because politics is about game. You want to win. Game of number, how you can manipulate the minds of a majority for them to win. It's a different case when you get to office, because you cannot manipulate the minds of the economy.
All right.
You can. So the economy must be clear to you, and it will be clear to everybody in the world, because they'll be feeling it.
Barrister Darlington, in the past 1 week, trust me, when you're talking about politics, a lot of weaponization and whatever will come out. So it's concerning Peter Obi's son. I want us to take a listen to his response to what happened in the past 1 week.
Directed at me online because I was not raised to trade in lies or to indulge in false narratives. I did not do so as a child, and I will not begin now as a grown man. Because of my father's involvement in Nigerian politics, there has been a persistent curiosity and, at times, a malicious obsession with me. Why? I do not know. I have no social media presence and no interest in maintaining one, so I rarely correct these falsehoods. But perhaps it is time I address them. I understand that gossip follows those connected to public life, but let me remind you, my father is the one in politics, not me. To assume that my life or choices are somehow political statements is a flawed and childish calculation. It reveals more about the pettiness of those spreading such narratives than it does about me or my father. This pattern has become all too familiar. Individuals opposed to my father seize ordinary photos of me, images that are neither hidden nor secret, and repackage them with false stories. These are not revelations, they are not exposés, they are simply misrepresentations, fiction spun from pictures. I have seen this happen to others, but experiencing it myself repeatedly is deeply unsettling. Still, I want it to be known clearly, what is being circulated is gossip. I'm an actor and a writer by profession. Many are surprised, given the businessman, entrepreneur, and economist my father is. I'm sure he imagined I might follow that path. Yet, though my career is far from what he envisioned, he fully supports me. Unlike many children of Nigerian politicians, I've never relied on nepotism. I was raised to know that my father's wealth is not mine and that I must build my own life. My chosen path is in theatre and filmmaking, so far from the world he inhabits. An industry that embraces diversity of class, race, sexuality, and identity. I portray characters vastly different from myself. Yet some online use these roles against me and my father, presenting fiction fiction as fact. I trust any rational person can see how absurd this is. More importantly, Nigeria has far greater issues than idle speculation about what Peter Obi's son is doing. Our nation still struggles with insecurity, a weakened economy, crumbling infrastructure, failing healthcare, and politicians who steal from the people they swore to serve. And yet, for some, the priority is to spread gossip about who Peter Obi's son appears with in a photo. This is a distraction from the real crisis that matters to all Nigerians. The truth is simple. Peter Obi's son appears in photos with his friends and his work colleagues, nothing more. If people wish to invent otherwise, I hope they sleep soundly, knowing they are spreading lies. Nor I or my father are perfect men, and as a father and son we have our differences, but I can attest to his integrity and his relentless desire to lead Nigeria out of its current hardships. In our home, as a child, the lesson was always clear. Face your work, do it honestly, and contribute to the good of others. That is what I will continue to do. So to those who attempt to distract us with lies, I beg you, stop pulling attention away from Nigeria's urgent problems. My father has my vote, not because he is my father, but because he is the right man for the job. If others wish to go low, invent scandals, or attack me to wound him, they are free to do so. But we will go high, and we will continue to focus on the future of Nigeria. With love, Oseloka Obi.
So that's Peter Obi's son. Very intelligent young man. I love the way he speaks. So for the past 1 week, Oseloka Obi has been trending across several media platforms all over. And the pictures surrounding social media blogs and whatever are with him and another male counterpart who seems queer or, dressed as a female. There have been attributions to him as somebody who is, gay or sort of in the queer community. Now, the thing is this, Barrister Darlington. So what happened is that when this came out, the talk is Nigeria is homophobic. It's against our constitution to practice such. And so they're like saying, if Peter Obi intends to run as a president and he has a son who is into this, then that means he could pass a law that allows this to be in practice. Also, you recall that there are insinuations as well. Kabayo Onanuga's son is also queer. There are insinuations as well that the president's daughter is also queer. There are insinuations as well that Doyin Okupe's son or child, one of them, is also queer. Exactly. There are also insinuations that Chukwuma Soludo's son is also queer. All of them are literally not connected to their father's political career or whatever it is they do. Most of them at the time are usually on their own. Should this be a precipice to judge one's capacity to, become a president? It's normal that this will be an ammunition. You should expect that, obviously, being the fact that Nigeria is not, they don't permit such a lifestyle. As a first family, you are supposed to be an example of modicum, of decorum, of what is supposedly right. But are all families right? And Oseloka is coming out to say that it's all fabricated just to ensure that his father is murdered. How do you react to this?
It is a very sad development. Because those applying this narrative, if you can add it or you can align it with what some people say about people importing alcohol.
What is importing alcohol?
Yes, they said that he's importing alcohol. He's the biggest importer of alcohol. Are you getting what I'm saying? So everything around this man has become a political weapon. And this is where I keep complaining about the opposition. They are not doing their work. Esther, if I were the opposition, I won't even bother, or I will go after the principle of those who do all these things. Shebi Peter Obi is the target. I said no problem. Let us bring Peter Obi's image, his profile and that of your principal. I will flash it before the screen now. Then people will be looking at the two of them side by side. They left their own problem that is bedeviling Nigeria, and they are chasing innocent man. If Peter Obi does not address this, or his handlers or his spokesperson, they will say more. Esther, it is said that when a deity becomes too troublesome, in my place, it is demanded of the tree that carved it. By now, the opposition should be asking questions about Tinubu, because you are good at running people down. How about you? This Nigeria image that has become don't say them now. Let us call a spade here now. Who is the chief marketing officer of Nigeria today?
The president.
Is he supposed to? With all the baggages he's carrying, are we supposed to have such a person marketing us?
The president has supposedly distanced himself from the drug heroin case. He forfeited the money, so has it not been clear?
Yes. So why did you hire lawyers not to stop a U.S.
He said it to bring him irreparable harm.
If you have a clean record, please, what irreparable harm are you talking about? Hold on, why are you fighting so that record will not be made public if you have a good profile?
The president has repented from his past deeds.
He said what?
He has repented from his past deeds. He has grown and changed.
Sir, a snake will always be long. If he has, Nigeria will not be like this under his watch. Esther, look at the humongous corruption. Money that are disappearing right, left, and center without any accountability. You said something here the other day that the accounting method whereby you disclose all your expenses.
Nothing is there.
Good.
No updates.
Esther, good.
February 2025.
Under whose watch did it happen? Under whose watch? Was it under P2B's watch? You mean these things are not supposed to become a campaign issue? Is that not why we didn't know when this 210 trillion naira disappeared? Because if there was accountability, we'll be seeing it at the moment, but it just vanished. And the man there tells us that they misplaced the money, not that is missing. You misplaced 210 trillion naira, you misplaced it. Esther, I have not heard of this thing before. Okay, since this happened, have Tinubu said anything? No. And he's Minister of Petroleum. And the opposition are not lashing on these things. They are not talking about it. All the humongous expenses on building road and all that, nobody is bringing it to the fore. Yet these people have the temerity to be talking of P2. Is P2B son in politics? Is it the one that want to rule Nigeria? You can see that they have lost the argument. They said somebody who cannot have a good family. That boy was sent to school. He's not a drug. P2B sent him to school. And from the way he spoke, he's an intelligent young man. Also, he sent his son to school. And the boy, from what he said here, I don't think that boy is a dunce. So what are you now saying?
So sorry, Barrister. Let me say something. But I think he had this same son with him when you ruled
Anambra. When you ruled Anambra,
let us compare his performance
in Anambra with
that of his family, so that we'll know whether he's ruling his family or not Anambra.
I don't know. What is telling P2B today? You don't know what he did in Anambra, Esther. If P2B did not rule Anambra, nobody would have known that there is not a man in Anambra. Two of us. It was because of what he did in Anambra and how he came on board just once and he swept the whole place and want Tinubu. Yet they are not comfortable with that. Okay, if you are good as you claim, why are you afraid of people? Esther, why are you afraid of people? Let me tell you one thing. When Mandela was alive, remember that South Africa was the first African nation to host the World Cup. Are you aware? Good. When they were doing the contest, when they were trying to pick the country that will host the World Cup, it was a ding dong. South Africa almost lost it. Until what? They drafted Mandela to the venue. Immediately Mandela came there. Esther, the vote to change. Everything. South Africa. Mandela did not even talk. His presence alone gave South Africa that hosting right. The first in Africa. Esther, what has any of your president brought to Nigeria? What? Mention people that are talking of those who can do it. They should have gone to Sheyi Tinubu now and bring out his own record. What he has done so far that everybody is aware of. These people, the opposition, I don't know why they are so seriously. I am not happy with them, and I'll be saying it. They are not doing enough. They are not doing enough. People that are carrying leprosy, they are laughing at somebody with ordinary rashes on his body. Can you imagine? Why not point at their leprosy now? Point at their leprosy instead of pretending as if they are clean. You every time, you know, when they start talking like you mean that they have lost the argument. They have nothing to offer. They have nothing to tell you as an opposition. And I expected Tinubu to tell them, stop, this is not decent, please. Because the moment they say this, you are attracting attention to Tinubu. And he knows. I remember when Obasanjo wrote a stinker to Jonathan. He wrote a stinker to Jonathan when he was in Nassau Rock. Jonathan told Ruben Abata and Co. Say, please don't reply him. I will reply him myself. I have copy of what both Obasanjo and Jonathan wrote to each other. I saw how decent Jonathan replied Obasanjo. Esther. I saw how decent he replied him. Today now look at it. The same man they are rubbishing. Is it not the toast of the whole world today? You can see. So when they do all these things and they forgot that look, they have a skeleton in their own cupboard though. Esther, if I'm the one though, I won't even open. I will keep the cupboard open. I will wear me boots. When I enter, I will scatter the cupboard so that all the skeleton will crawl out, so that the whole world will see us and know who is that and who is wrong. All this is that APC, look at what they have done to us since 2015. They are not even ashamed. They are not even apologetic. They are not even remorseful. They still have the temerity to be insulting everybody. Insulting everybody.
Let's talk about this insecurity.
Okay.
I see some videos in which some communities were running away in Ilorin, in Kwara, and we don't come to see some. We don't come to see them talk about things like this.
I'm telling you,
and to find solutions. People are running away from their town, a whole town with nice buildings and motorable roads. Third, even better than the one we have in Lagos. Some of the roads we have in Lagos, and they were running away. So many areas. Now we are moving away from Benue. We are already in Kwara now, and people are running away from Kwara just like they run away from Benue. They are running away, and we are not talking about that. We are talking about something frivolous like somebody's son who is not even the government.
It was serious. So
we are not talking about Nigerians that are running away from their ancestors.
He will never amount. They said a lot of things.
That's it now. Meanwhile,
we are not talking about solutions to that.
This chief of defence staff is telling us about insecurity and this and that. That they do this, they make a lot. The people that are occupying people's homes, the people that are occupying people's home and the villages in Plateau and Benue, can't this chief of defence staff go there and flush them out? For the stats.
All right, Barrister, because we need to open the phone lines on time. Remember, we're going to do something light. Barrister Darlington, before that, the coalition situation, Amechi, Peter Obi, and El Rufai, what will be the essence if they go look for another political party? If, for example, the ADC is just kicking off, although they're not members officially, they're just part of it, but shopping for another political party, don't you think it will create a sense of uncertainty or a sense of, again, these are just basically talks. None of them, either Atiku, El Rufai, or Peter Obi, or even Amechi, has come to make any claim or statement that they're shopping for another political party, but there are inside sources saying that the obedient movement are actually setting up their structures across all the bases at the ward level, at the grass. They are really setting up their structures. Now there's a possibility that maybe the obedient political party, as it's been touted or been registered, maybe something that Peter may eventually run with. Nothing has been confirmed yet, but they just want to ensure that they have all the qualifications, that is representation across the 36 states of the federation, so that when they want to move, they're moving in certainty. So the question is, if that's the case, will that be a good move?
It will not. Esther, you remember that birds of the air, whenever they want to lay egg, they start preparing a nest where they will now, lay egg and then bring their young ones into life. Abi?
Okay.
Now, listen very well. If you are a bird of the air and you have prepared a nest because you want to lay egg, Abi, then somebody scatter the nest you have prepared. You now go to another place. Because remember, you are already heavy with the egg inside you, and you are looking for where to lay it. You now go and prepare another nest. Then your enemy now scatter the nest again. Eventually, as you are moving, the egg is almost popping out. Eventually, you now go and lay the egg the wrong place. And the enemy says, I said it. I said I will get you. What happened? Of course, that egg is gone. Because it was laid at the wrong place. That you expose that egg to what? Danger. Meanwhile, you already know where to lay that egg so that it will bring a life, being your young one. But the enemy did not allow you because he was aiming at something. He was looking at, he want that egg. If you allow him, has he not defeated you? Tell me, have you not defeated you? So that's why I asked them, you this opposition, how long are you going to run? You claim that you are wiser and all that. Where is the wisdom here? Esther, they said in my place that when a man becomes too troublesome or too powerful, the entire community, remember Gulliver's Travel, that novel, where this Lilliputians, they saw this giant man. Look at how they brought him and tied him up.
Tied him seriously.
And they were matching him. They were walking to and fro from his head to his leg. They were matching. Is that not what happened?
That's what happened.
Oh, that's a giant. That's a giant. Even what's it called? Samson and Delilah. Did you see how they brought that Samson and Lagbara? What happened to him? What happened to him? So this opposition, if I say it here, that they'll say that no, it's not opposition. It's not even a person, because nobody can run alone. Since people have decided to, what are you doing? What are you doing? They are chasing you from one party to the other.
Is it possible that they are keeping everything under the wraps?
You have started again. Keeping what? They are chasing you from one party to the other. When would you say? You didn't hear the parable of the nest I told you here. What are you keeping where?
I think if I may comment, the coalition, discovered that they didn't prepare their house that first time. I mean, this second time they didn't prepare the house. The first time they were able to come together, they didn't prepare very well. So they eventually allowed your enemies to come in and they planted what they need to plant there to be scattering it. You know why? Because when you see opposition and you don't scrutinize your definition of opposition, you just allow anybody who say no, you get it, to come in. Yes, it's easier for your enemies to allow some people to say no and be able to get into your camp and then work for the enemy. That's what happened to them.
My Bible said that if you shout at the devil, he will flee from you. Imagine if all this opposition were to come together and then, in fact, conduct a mass protest against this infiltration. I'm telling you, nationwide, all the obedient, everybody support. As long as they're in opposition, come out, protest, go to National Assembly. I mean, log down that place. The whole world, the CNN will carry it. Please, are you telling me that this will not have any effect? Tell me, they will jail everybody, or I don't understand. Police will shoot everybody. You are protesting against injustice, against infiltration, against oppression. It is your right. Why? I have never had any major protest from the opposition with all that they are suffering under APC. They are not protested. Meanwhile, when there was nothing going on, they protested at Ojota, and Tinubu was the arrowhead. Tinubu was the arrowhead. Now, under his word, look at what democracy has suffered. Then tomorrow somebody will come and tell me he fought for democracy. Fought for what? All the lies now is being exposed, Abi. All the lies they told us about him, has it not been exposed? No, tell me. Is there another thing they are going to tell us? Even some people that supported it, they are all ashamed now. Very, very ashamed. I'm not joking. Do you see them talk? They can't talk. They can't talk. They never believe that this is a true Tinubu. But when we are saying it here, they doubted us. How can a man who fought for be behaving like this? Surreptitiously now, we are running a one-party state. Whether you like it or not, we are running a one-party state.
It's not even one party. It's worse than one-party state.
Don't deceive yourself.
If the constitution is being
if it's
disobeyed, the way it is being disobeyed. Look at the Aburi case, and then they kept quiet, and everything was looked at. Well, it's normal. It was your constitution.
It's the
and then later towards the end, when everything was quiet, they came out and
the brazenness and impunity.
Exactly.
That's what is
worrying. The man doesn't care. He don't care. No constitution in Nigeria. It's not obeying you.
What negotiation?
We've heard about the $2.1 million mansion bought, about 3.1 billion naira. Not a word from the administration.
They will not talk. They will not talk.
Nobody has come to question. No committee been set out to investigate. Where did he get the money from?
For him that he built Abuja. They keep talking that he's a man of infrastructure.
No, he built Lagos.
No, I'm even talking about that.
It's the brazenness, it's impunity. Like what's going on in the NNPC here? They are going after Haske. Haske was in their and they did a lot of questioning, and they're telling us the man escaped with another passport. You seized his passport while you were still investigating. Meanwhile, you remember that initially we heard that EFCC had arrested, or rather locked up or kept in custody, Ojulari, the NNPC boss, along with Atiku's son-in-law. Later, they told us that all of that is politically motivated. Ojulari has resumed work. Now the EFCC is considering Haske a wanted man, to the extent that Interpol is saying they will not get themselves involved, that the whole thing is politically motivated. What is going on?
Of course. What do you expect? What do you expect? I expect that this NNPC, at least Tinubu is the Minister of Petroleum. Is he not supposed to make sure that such scandal does not come out from his ministry?
Oh, wow.
Hey, hold on. Is it not at least make sure? Remember when they deceived the whole Nigeria that NNPC, the Port Harcourt refinery is working? They took Obasanjo there to go and inspection. I don't know when Obasanjo become a petroleum engineer. To just deceive the old man. He went there. And I was saying, when this has entered into this particular juncture now, it is a deceit, because if it is working, you don't need to take anybody for inspection. You will see trucks lining up to lift up fuel.
Let's quickly take some reactions. Ladies and gentlemen, I will do this. I'll take two calls, two messages.